Let's talk about hair transplant. You basically take your own hair, you move it from one part of the scalp into another part of the scalp. Good thing about it, you will have your own hair growing. The not so good thing about it is that it leaves you scars in the donor area. It will be very invasive, very expensive, depending on the clinic that you choose. The results are going to be not as you expected in most cases, and definitely not gonna look as if you are 18 years old again. And the last thing is that it is never a one time thing. You will probably keep losing hair, and in that case, you will need to do another procedure, invest more money, more operation, and still not get the same result that you were hoping for. Let's talk about wigs and hair systems. First of all, it is amazing. It looks really good and it is a huge boost to a person's confidence if he suffers with hair loss. Now, the bad thing about it is that it is usually very itchy, especially in the summer or warmer climates. It does require a maintenance. So a person do need to go to a person who is qualified to maintain, to wash it, put it back on, things like that. The actual glue can create some discomfort to the scalp. And of course, the most obvious thing, you probably have seen those videos when a person is going to a roller coaster and his hair is like whoop, or if he's on a date and he's taking his shirt off or something, or a sweatshirt, and he's like whoop. Yeah. Hair loss medication like finasteride or minoxidil. So they do help in most cases to maintain what you already have and protect it. The bad thing about it is that it is not going to unbold you. So if you have lost your hair, it is not going to magically reappear out of nowhere in most cases. And another thing, those side effects down there, I don't recommend. PRP, platelet rich plasma therapy. It's basically a way to help with your hair growth. What they do, they take your plasma from your blood and inject it into the scalp. It basically works like a fertilizer to the soil. Problem is, if you don't have the seed inside the soil, nothing is gonna grow. It is usually helps to maintain what you already have, kind of like the different medication for hair loss, but it's not gonna do any magic if you don't have hair, if you're completely bald. It's just maintaining what you already have, and it's expensive. Finally, we have SMP or scalp micropigmentation, which gives you instant results, instant boost in your confidence. No surgeries required, no daily maintenance, very cost effective. The bad part about it is that it is semi permanent, so you will need to do a touch up session every 4 or 5 years to make it look more refreshed. And as well, it doesn't regrow your hair back, but it definitely gives you a fuller look or a buzz look like head. You losing hair and still doing nothing about it is perfectly fine. The thing about hair loss is not about the amount of hair you have, it's about how much you feel about yourself. If you are losing hair but you feel super confident about it, so who cares? But in many cases, people who suffer with hair loss, they don't admit it, but it actually affects their daily life and they feel less confident about it. And in that case, there are options. When it comes to hair loss, there is no such thing as right or wrong when it comes to finding the solution. There is what is right for you right now. When you do the research, you have to make sure that the person you're talking to is actually listening to you. He understands what bothers you and how you see yourself in a few years, because maybe his option will be great for you in the next 2 years, but after that it will have no sense. So you basically waste your time and waste your money. Always make sure that the person that you're talking to will listen, that you manage expectations with him, that he is on the same level and not just trying to push you and sell you his product. I do scalp micropigmentation. I own a business. I do have an interest in selling my SMP services. But before I do that, I will make sure that this is the right thing for you. I had many cases of people who were bald, and I told them, you don't need to do S&P. You look amazing being bald.